HSN. My name is Jeff Cowan. We're an electronic connection with HP. Thank you for your orders. If you've been shopping with us for the very first time, I sincerely say it. Thank you. I really do. You're not going to be disappointed. Whatever you purchase, I mean, there's a reason why HSN has been here for 40 years. There's a reason why tens of millions of people are doing what you're about to do, which is make your first purchase. And it's associations and partnerships with this next one, which makes it even more prevalent. This is extraordinary. This is from Embassy. It's our #1 shredding system here that we have at HSN. It's tax season, but you know what? Gone are the days where we can, screw up the old receipt and throw it in the bin and think it's okay. Because unfortunately, the bad guys are going into the bin, going through the trash, getting those receipts, getting those signatures, getting that credit card information, getting your credit statements, and taking advantage of it. I'm not blowing this out of proportion. Last year alone, 17 million people's identifications were stolen. 17 million people. Do you know what that equates to? It equates to 32 people a minute. This will not only shred, this is going to annihilate any document that you put into it. Up to 16 sheets, not just paper. We're talking even some of that thick cardboard. I'm talking about CDs, DVDs. Even if it's got staples in it, it's got the paper clip on it, it's not going to hesitate. Credit cards, $159.95. In fact, here you go. Here's from the FTC. This is, I mean, I'm not making this stuff up. They say one of the best things you can have is a shredder to go ahead and get rid of, obviously shred your charge receipts, the copies of your credit applications and other sensitive documents. Don't believe me. Go online right now and do your own search and see about those identifications. In the minute or two that I've done introducing this product, another 60 people have had their identification stolen. Because, and I know, it's not the good old days anymore, and I'm not judging that at all. But popping the receipts and things into the trash, unfortunately, are no longer forgotten. In fact, they're quickly picked up. I'm going to bring in my mate Bill Duggan, who's going to take us through this bad boy, because this is what it's about. Because we're not just shredding in lengthways anymore, this is microcut.
And that's just it. It's a true evolution in how we protect our identity, because the people who do want to shop with our credit score, do some damage, they figured it out. So what we've done is we've given you the most capacity. It goes through 16 pages, staples, DVDs, credit cards, even cardboard, which we'll show you. But what you walk away with is that really fine shred. Also, the colors, you can't pass this up. You have a rose gold, large peekaboo window, so guess what? When you see it's full, you don't have to remove the lid anymore. And by the way, you heard that motor? The motor's even quieter, yet it has more capacity to go through 16 pages. I pull out this bin, the machine stays in place, I take the bin to the garbage can, and what are we throwing away? You can't tell me which was the credit application, the tax document, the insurance form, and because it is such a fine, small shred, that is how you're protecting yourself. So real quick, let's take them through the colors, because we're actually limited on some of the most popular ones. You have that rose gold, which is awesome.
That's pretty,
nice
isn't it?
Blue, emerald green, I love that one. The red down there.
We've got under 2 dozen remaining in the red. I've just been informed we have fewer than 2 dozen remaining in the red, and of course the white as well. So we've got the rose gold, the blue, the green, the red, and the white available. Fewer than 2 dozen remaining in the red. One flex pay. I believe we're delivering this for free as well. And this is the industrial strength, but not industrial noise in the way of it. I mean, it's whisper quiet, yet you can do just 16 sheets.
We've had other shredders out there which are loud, which, shredding can be a chore because you can't go through all the pages, you can't go through all the junk mail, or you have to wait till everyone's awake in the house because it does make noise. Like normally, it says remove all the staples and the paper clips. I just put, I don't know, I have about 7, 8 pages right here, added a few paper clips or staples. It can go through it and gives you that really fine, small cut. Here's dense corrugated cardboard. Our mailing labels are on here. I'm gonna load this up and look what happens. That cardboard has now become mincemeat, and that is protecting your identity. Because a lot of us have shredders because we need to be proactive. We can't just throw it away anymore. But look at this strip shred. This is shredding from the 70s. I mean, you're trusting your identity on here, and it's just one piece of paper right here. You look, that is someone's identity. That is your identity. That's your credit score. It's your kids. Do you know they say it's 1 million more women a year are actually victims of identity theft? Upgrade the shredder that you have, and you know what? For about 160 bucks, you can pick up a cross-cut shredder right here. Cross-cut that goes through 16 pages. But you're not getting even this dated technology. You're getting this fine pulverized microcut. It fills up the bin less. It's harder to piece together. You're not using this type of technology from the 70s. You've really made an evolution. But if you also notice what's spectacular, the shred is smaller, but look at the retail value. You're not just getting a shredder today, you're getting software to protect your identity virtually too. So you just have the computer that you were showing. Our identity is on the printed page, which is why we have a shredder, but our identity is on the computer. So you're getting 5 different pieces of software. This one's the most timely. It's State and Federal Tax Act to file your tax returns. I love this one, Hacker Up. It's a way to protect your identity on social media. I mean, our identity is all over the World Wide Web. Now it's protected virtually and on the printed page with this offer. And we've sold over 270,000 Embassy shredders here. All of them are customer picks. And when we started selling our shredders here, the statistic was literally 1 in 10 of us fall victims to identity theft. But guess what? It's not 1 in 10 anymore. It's 1 in 7.
I know. I mean,
it's on the rise, and you don't want to be that 1 in 7. It happens.
Think about the length of this presentation right now. We may be stopping in about 3 or 4 minutes. The statistic is that 32 identities are stolen every minute. Every minute. That's what, 150 people so far? That's staggering to think that you've got that sort of, and look, I'd love to put my head in the sand and think it's not going to happen to me. But you heard those statistics that Bill just shared with us. It was what, 1 in 10, now it's 1 in 7. Now this microcut means it's cutting through, slicing through, mincing, annihilating up to 16 sheets of paper with the staples in it, with paper clips. It can do your credit cards, it can do your CDs, it can do your DVDs that you've backed up that information with. You know, you've gone through, here's some good news for you. If you've just done your taxes, how about your old taxes? You're like, what do I do with them? Well, here you go. Your old taxes, they go right into here. Annihilate them, they be gone. Because, again, you don't have to keep them all. How many years back do you have to keep?
7 years, they say.
7 years. I've got a dozen remaining left in the red right now. I have a dozen remaining in the red right now. We're going to deliver this for free. Again, if you're shopping with us for the very first time, we thank you. But whether you want one of these, you do need to be quick. $159.95. Your flex pays less than $32, even if you've never shopped with us before. 1 credit card payment or a debit card payment with free delivery, and we're sending it out to you. But have a look at this. I mean, we've taken the bin out for good reason to show you how quickly it works.
And the thing is, this is really what's exciting. You've been holding on to those old tax returns, right? Because you can't just throw it away. Your social security number, your bank account number hasn't changed. But you notice, I'm not counting the number of pages. I'm not worrying about removing staples. I just continue to feed it, and Embassy is always doing what it's supposed to do. It takes all the documents that are sensitive, that are a lot. Here's a great example. It's a credit application. This comes in the mail, it's pre-filled out, and the thing is, that's convenient for who? Sure, maybe for you, but it's more importantly, it's convenient for the people who want your identity theft. And all that junk mail, they pad all of these envelopes, so we have to open them up. But when you have a 16-sheet shredder that can go through everything, it really just does the job that it's supposed to do. Because a lot of us, let's be real, our shredders look like this. They become stockpiles of, you know, I'm gonna get around to shredding when I have time, because it can't keep up with it. But with this shredder, that can go through 16 pages, the cardboard, the DVDs. Perfect example. Not all of our shredders, not even all our Embassies, can actually accommodate the dense plastic of a CD and a credit card. This one can. It does it all, and that's why you want to pick it up. And look at the reviews. It's a huge customer pick. Ships to you for free. Weighs about 22 pounds, which is, I mean, it's not a light little thing. That's why we put it on casters for you too. It does a lot with one purchase today.
Okay, here's the opportunity you have right now. I've got maybe about 5 remaining in the red. 5 only remaining in the red for less than $32. Now, when I moved from Oz, when I moved from Australia, you can imagine that move. That was pretty significant. Going through my old files, I like to consider myself a historian. My wife would say I'm a bit of a pat rat. Well, when it came to going through those files, there are obviously lots of documents that I couldn't bring with me. Now, the old system, we're talking, you know, the shredder, well, the bad guys worked out a system. It's called sticky tape. They've just gone ahead and put these things together. I mean, you can see this. I mean, it's certainly in shreds, and when you put it in the bin, that's how it was. But they went ahead and just pieced the puzzle together. And guess what? They now can see that document. How about the times now? Because with the electronic world, getting a receipt, a copy of the receipt with your signature on it. So not only is it information about your credit card, but now they've got a copy of your signature. That's why in this last 30 seconds, another 16 people in the US had their identity stolen. 17 million people last year got their identities stolen. Whether it's going through the trash, going through the information on the computer, you're getting everything here. It's comprehensive. The white, the red, the green, the blue, or the rose gold, annihilating 16 sheets of paper in micro cut. I mean, minuscule, indescribable, unidentifiable tiny little pieces.
I love how you're saying annihilating, because it feels good. I mean, yes, you want to protect your identity, but you also want to get rid of the clutter. We hold on to things because we can't just throw it away. And we also do this. Yep. We get lazy and we throw away that one piece of paper. But look at this comparison. This one piece of paper takes up how much space in the waste bin versus how many pages we have pulverized. And let's be real, sometimes it's about security, sometimes it's just privacy. Because you know, your garbage can gets knocked over on a windy night, and what happens? Your paycheck stub is in the neighbor's yard. Your prescription information is down the street. You don't want that out there. So take all of those pages and just shred it. And you saw how it goes through the DVD, it goes through the credit card. We can never do this demonstration except for our 16 sheet. Dense corrugated cardboard, and you know your mailing label's on there. It has a return address. Look at this big sheet of cardboard. Look at how small and fine.
You know the other one that annoys me, Bill? You know what annoys me, Bill? Is those pre-printed applications. From the credit card companies. Right. I don't want another credit card. I've got plenty of credit cards. You know, and they come back, or the courtesy check that comes to you, it's completely filled in with my information, my name, my address, my account.
And the thing is, don't even open these up, because you know exactly what it is. You can actually just leave out your shredder because it's beautiful rose gold. And the thing is, you can't even cut, actually, here's a great example. You can't even cut it up that small if you tried. A lot of us, we got new credit cards, right? We got the microchip and everything. So what do? We take the credit card, we try to bend it in half, we try to take the kitchen shears to it. Look at this, microcut, how small and fine that is. That's the power that can go through this dense plastic. And at the end of the day, this pile, you can't tell me if it is, yeah, they're smaller than a dime, which is the tons of peace of mind. But at the end of the day, is that a credit card? Is that a gym membership card? Is it Jeff's card or my card? We need to make it harder for them.
Was that my card?
Oh yeah, by the way, sorry.
But at the anything end of the, for HSN.
Well done. But that's just it. You don't want to make it easier for them. You want to make it harder for them. And it's as simple as this purchase. A lot of us have shredders in our homes because we have the tax documents, the business information. But we're using this from the 70s. And as you pointed out, Jeff, it is sticky tape.
It is. That's all it is.
30 pieces of this and you have the entire document. A lot of us go out and got cross-cut, but for a cross-cutter that does 16 pages, you're paying for that today. It's 160 bucks. And remember, what you get right now with microcut, smaller than a dime, thousands of shreds per page, and that's just the microcut. I want to remind you more of what you're getting, because you're getting a shredder today to protect and destroy all of those documents. But it's more than just a shredder. It's taller, so you don't have to bend down. It's on casters. It ships to you for free. I want to show everyone over here another great example. So see, it's on casters, rolled around. We're even giving you a bin liner, because for the first time, you pull out your bin. You see how it has the hooks in here? You can actually line it with the bag we give you, or another bag, and it stays in place. It's those little things that has made Embassy such a huge customer favorite. Actually, I'm gonna show you. You never have to take this lid off, because one, it weighs about 22 pounds. But look at the teeth and the gears in here. This is
wow, that's the first time I've seen that. Look at that.
And the thing is, this ships to you for free, but more importantly...
Wow, look at that. If you're out of the room, you need to come and see this, because you say, I've had a shredder before. I can tell you, not like this.
And this is what goes through 16 sheets, the credit cards, the plastic, the staples, but more importantly, gives you that fine microcut time and time again. Remember, you don't take off the lid. You have a pull-out bin. And this is another cool example. Like this right here, these cylinders, these are just 5 pieces of paper. 5 pieces of paper of that 1970 strip shred, it's overflowing, gotta empty it. 5 pages of crosscut, it's about half that. Look at microcut.
Wow.
It is such a fraction of the size of the footprint, but it's harder to put together. And when you're going through all the stuff, you know, that's come off the printer, that's come in the mail, and you're holding on to it, or were you like me that used to take it to work because it had you had a better shredder at work? But the thing is, the more you're traveling with it on the bus or the train or leaving it on your desk, you're making yourself susceptible. Don't let it happen to you, to your kids. It happens to everyone. My sophomore year of college, I go there, I go to the financial aid office to get my financial aid package, and like, oh, you didn't qualify this year. I'm like, excuse me? I mean, it's serious business when it's your financial aid, or when it's, you know, that car payment. You're like, oh, I'm gonna get the new car, I got that good interest rate, and you have that one ding.
In fact, that's a really good point. Think about that. Think about